It's showtime!
Welcome.
We certainly hope you all enjoy the show.
They're eating the dogs.
Because I know Cops doesn't start till 4.
I hope you know where your dog is tonight. I hope you're sitting home right now with your pup lying by your toes, because if not, somebody might have fried him up.
The dogs.
They're eating the dogs. Oh, boy. Lordy, lordy.
Can you crank my volume a little bit?
Turn it up.
Welcome back, guys. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, my dudes.
Yeah.
We're back. We're firing off. We're popping off. We actually kind of had like a pre-show podcast sitting here. We were talking about Carter's upcoming bachelor party.
Bachelor.
Oh, why are you blushing? Why are you blushing?
Oh my God, it's basically.
What's your life over or something?
He's getting ready for
Just kidding.
He's got his wedding coming up in May, and we dropped the ball. Maybe I might say. I don't know if we totally dropped the ball.
We dropped the ball.
Well, we haven't
so.
maybe completely yet, but we
Fumbled it, but recovered.
We just got it booked. We're going up to the Loaf. We decided. We're gonna head up there and do some skiing for a couple days coming up here in March, and we're just kind of discussing like there's two different ways to go about it, in my opinion. You either like there's a certain way I like to have fun, right? I like to be social and loud and very rambunctious and active. That's my version of how to have fun.
Rambunctious.
A lot of rumpus. Is that what you just said, Kevin? You said rumpus. Yeah.
I said rumpusing.
Rumpusing.
Rumpus rump.
But but that's not everybody.
But that's not everybody. Some people like puzzles, man.
Yeah.
Some people like reading.
Some people like delicate glass sculptures.
That's true. That's true.
The Swarovski glass sculptures. People collect those.
I think those are called bongs, but yeah, people do collect them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So since I'm wearing the
can't hear you,
appropriate
Carter.
hat,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if I could hear you through the headphones just then, Carter.
No wonder I sound so weird. I can't hear.
There we go.
myself.
Carter's back. Carter's joining the pod now. Yeah. So I'm wearing the appropriate hat right now. I got my steel hat on. Well, while we were down in Virginia, Carter picked up a little goodie from Barnes and Noble, and he's sitting here right next to me.
Barnes and Noble.
Chainsaw Man.
That's the sound that I imagine he makes.
He's got the little pull cord. No. So this guy is like a cute. This is, if you think of it like a Pokemon, this is like the first evolution where he's still little and cute. And so I actually picture him purring like a cat, but more like somewhere between
the rumble of a song.
Is he just from a book, or can we find a show that this?
I think he's from an anime. I don't know if it's just like a manga, like a book, or if it's
manga.
Can you translate that?
Let me show you the box. I think it's just his Chainsaw Man. I don't really know.
Oh shit.
This is his final form right
That
here.
looks badass.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
so he grows up to a person?
Yeah, I don't really know. He's a demon.
Well, he's orange.
The lore is
Yeah.
he's a demon.
Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw
Wow,
Man.
that's all you had to search up was Chainsaw Man?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a known thing. I mean, we
Well,
bought this
that's
at
not
Barnes
the
and
same
Noble.
thing, though.
Well, but is he?
No, but this
see-
is his younger evolution.
See this
Look,
the
look
guy
right here.
he merges the
Oh.
dog here merges with this guy and they become
Like Venom.
they can
Yes.
become the Chainsaw Man.
Holy shit.
And so this little guy, the little guy, he is the he is a demon, and he
Chainzard.
embodies the fear of chainsaws.
That's a good take right there.
Chainzard.
Yeah.
Chainzard. I like that. Yeah. Little Pokemon reference there. Chainzard. But you can see you got the little handle and the little pull start here.
Oh my god. What do
How
you
many
think?
chord he chop?
What do you think comes out
many
when you
chord?
pull that?
200-300 quarter summer.
Did you do you see Willie's video for today?
No.
Spring rush is on.
Oh,
Spring rush is on.
shout out Willie's Firewood.
Get
Any wood nuts out there?
Yeah, Willie's Firewood. He said spring rush is on. You got to get your wood delivered before roads get posted.
Ah, makes sense. He's
Yeah.
up in Maine, so
Yep, getting 50 cord delivered to the wood yard.
crazy.
Yeah, we will have to go visit on Amy on our way.
Yeah, so we're actually going to be kind of swinging right through that area, and I actually thought we'll have to again. We're still scheduling this stuff we're talking about before the pod, but if we're going to be all up in that area, since it's not our typical neck of the woods, maybe we get over to the Origin Boot Factory too. We do a little content over there.
Yeah, check them out.
But yeah,
might even buy a pair of boots.
yeah, we'll be way up there in Maine, so we'll stop by and say hi. Should be a good time.
Is the Origin factory near there?
I think it's all the same
Farmington.
place. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Farmington's like almost.
Farmington
it's
is
almost
where
an hour.
Sugarloaf is.
No, it's a drive from Farmington.
Is it?
It's not.
Dana
It's
worked-
close, but it's not.
I think
right
it's
there.
but I think from here to there it's
Dana
not
lived.
directly,
No,
but
it's-
from
it's
here to there it's on the way.
Most of the way there, but it's still not. It's still not.
Yeah, see,
like,
Amy can take us to the boot factory.
Dana lived in Farmington and worked at Sugarloaf, I think.
I
Well,
thought
it's
it
the
was
closest town, but it's still a ways.
yeah.
That's my understanding.
No, a ways meaning like from here to Wolfboro. I feel like.
Yeah,
I
okay.
could be way
Alright.
off. We can Google Maps it. Carter's got it up right now.
Pull it on the map.
Carter
Carter's
will
looking
find out
at
for
it.
us.
Yeah.
Jamie's
Fact
on
check.
it. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we got some details to sort out about the trip, but
Yeah, it looks like Sugarloaf is about an hour north of Farmington.
okay, and about an hour. Is it over an hour or less?
Depending on the route you go, it says one route is I'll show you it. It's kind of I don't know what it's telling me here. It's telling me
49.
59
Don't
minutes.
dox yourself
Oh,
here.
that's a train or something. It's saying.
Taking
What?
a train.
I was wondering
Train.
what this hour and 8 minute.
Oh yeah,
thing
that's
is
like
here.
bus, like public
Okay,
transit.
so it's 50 minutes.
Yeah, 50,
that's not
50
bad.
minutes is not crazy.
Hmm.
Anyway, we'll get to the details at some point here. We'll get it sorted.
Dude, look at that vast expanse. Like when you're at Sugarbush, you feel like you're up in the, like where Baxter is.
Yeah, is there any mountains like farther north, up like way up like where?
J. Oh, you're not saying Vermont. You're saying
like go up
Maine
northern Maine, like actually northern Maine. What's
Like-
up there?
Yeah,
Nothing.
Nothing.
What is
Nothing,
up
bro.
there? I've never-
Nothing.
I gotta make a trip up there.
This is where
Get
the people were coming in over the Canadian border illegally. Is way up here.
The Chinas.
Yeah, they were coming in
Zoom
way
in,
up there.
zoom in
Maine.
like in the Fort Kent there. See, what's up there?
Playing GeoGuessr.
Fort Kent.
Yeah.
Fort Kent.
Yeah, is there like
That's
oh look at that, the bunch
the,
of farmland.
the Canadian border.
Yeah, just a bunch of farmland though.
That's pretty sick. Sirisk Insurance.
Yeah, there's an insurance agency. Who knew they had insurance in northern Maine?
That's pretty developed.
Subway.
Of course, there's a freaking Subway.
Subways
It's not like
everywhere.
it's the end of the earth. Hey, there's a ski mountain right there.
Oh yeah.
Loads of pine trails.
What are the odds? Yeah, anyway, I mean, I actually might argue that it is the end of the earth. Like, it is one of the ends of the earth,
Yeah.
right? Like, the tip of Maine. It's
Yeah.
like, that is one of
But
the
then
ends of the earth.
Once you get into Canada, what does it look like? Like what's?
Canadian.
It's Canadian.
It's Canadian.
Canadiating.
They might
I
be
mean,
a
the
little
stuff
nicer.
around here,
They start
the-
speaking French at you.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is we got French Canada near us. It's all you get up there and they act all hoity-toity in French and
They act like they don't speak English, but they do.
well, actually, so my experience was pretty kind. Well, I visited French Canada, but
Canada.
it it was quite kind. But yeah, they do. If you go into a place and you say bonjour, then they just start speaking to you in French. But if you go in there and say hello, then they'll speak to you in English. But
my God.
yeah, Amy, you'll have to text me your address. Definitely don't post it on stream. But yeah, we'll definitely make some plans because we're coming up here mid-March sometime. We'll be I won't say the exact dates on stream. I don't need any lunatics camping out at the mountain trying to get autographs or touch my balls or something weird.
Asked me to tie him in a rope.
So we were talking about this at dinner. This stage show I was a part of years ago. I was
bondage.
Well, yeah. So it was a kids show in a park. Okay. This guy was supposed to do like tricks, like juggling and shout out Showtime Steve. I don't know where you're at, brother, but
He's gotta have a YouTube. No.
dude, come on the pod. Yo, Showtime Steve.
We should get him.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna start reaching out to these folks and try and get them on the pod. I bet I could get Gary the Silent Clown on this bitch.
And he's just silent the whole time.
No, he wouldn't. I would get him on as Gary the Clown. I'd get him on as the guy.
Right.
But he's the last.
That would be an interesting.
He's the last performing Barnum and Bailey trained clown.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So
And he's here in New Hampshire.
he's a New England guy, and up until the pandemic, he would still come and perform. But during the pandemic, he retired. As far as I know, he's still kicking it.
Is there something special about a Barnum and Bailey clown?
Well, he was Barnum and Bailey Circus.
Yeah, no,
It's
I,
The big one?
yeah.
All right, so
That's
this
the
guy,
large one.
This guy was like the Barnum and Bailey clown for years, his entire career. Barnum and Bailey, does it even exist anymore, Carter?
Yeah, like the face of the
What
poster.
circus did we go watch?
We watched.
I think it was Barnum and Bailey.
Yeah, it was
Did
one
we?
of the last
Elephants,
tours they
clowns,
did.
cannons.
Yeah, the elephants.
They don't
Ri-
do.
yeah,
They
the
definitely don't do the
Ringling
element.
Brothers.
Oh,
Yeah,
did
we
we
saw
watch?
the Ringling
Yeah,
Brothers.
that's
Okay.
what I was. Yeah.
But it's the same. No, it's the same thing. Ringling Bros and Barnum and Bailey.
That's what
Okay,
I thought.
so-
I thought it was all the same now. All big conglomerate. Anyway, so this guy's
But
the
it's
last
all-
living legend of the clowns from that era.
And it's all kaput now, right?
It's
like they don't do,
more. I thought
they don't
so.
do
I thought it was
animals, at
essentially
least.
done.
They don't do
Circus
lions.
Olay pretty much ruined them. Blue Man Group fucked them. So there's
Man Group killed the circus. Do you remember?
Yo, Skitter's in the chat. Dude, how many pairs of underpants you need, dude? Leaving skid marks in your drawers.
Oh my god.
I'm just riffing, brother. I'm just riffing.
Do you guys remember seeing Blue Man Group pictures all the time? Like,
Yes, everywhere. Why is Blue Man Group such
Why
a
was
big
it-
part of our childhood?
Yeah, why was it so popular?
We never saw him.
I never.
We
saw
never.
them.
We never went.
I never
anyone
wanted
even-
to see him,
does
man.
Yeah,
even
they
know-
were creepy.
Do you even know what Blue Man Group is? I don't even know
They
what
would
they do.
cover drum sets in paint and
They do drumming. Yeah.
bang
like,
on the.
I think they do skits like on stage,
And-
but they don't speak.
Well,
and they're
and my
painted
other
blue.
question is, do they clone the Blue Men? Because how many different Blue Men are part of Blue Man Group?
I
A
think
bunch.
just
There's,
three,
I
isn't
know.
it?
No, there's
Well,
a bunch of
three at every
guys.
show, but they're
They're
interchangeable.
interchangeable. Yeah,
That's
they're,
because for a long time I thought it was just the three guys. I thought there was
right.
just three guys.
Well,
that could be.
Well, no. That's the illusion they create. They want you to think it is just the three guys, and
Yeah.
you're seeing the same three guys, but that is not the case.
Turns
sort
out
of
they're
a
more
Daft
like a
Punk.
recycled
There's a-
percussion type.
There's a
type
YouTube
fellas.
video of a guy who was a Blue Man Group. So you got to think there's like Blue Man Group in Las Vegas at the same time as there's Blue Man Group on the cruise ship, right? So the guys that do the cruise ship are different guys than the guys that are doing Las Vegas. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same show, different guys, different place.
They went chain.
You got to get back
Yeah.
to the Showtime Steve though.
Yeah. Well, I'll finish that little number about Showtime Steve. So I was selected as the volunteer to come on stage and help Showtime Steve with his performance. Okay, he had this big number he was going to do where he asked me to get up on stage and tie him up. He had this bag of rope and he said, "Tie me up and I'm going to try and escape." Okay. And it's summertime. We're on an outdoor stage in the sun. And I'm a scout. I know my knots. I can tie a brother up, but after 5 minutes, I had used one rope around his legs, and I had just barely looped it back up to his hands, just so there was something tying his hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm sitting there in front of this whole audience of people for 5 minutes, and Steve is saying nothing.
He just he's got his music playing. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I don't know. He's not saying anything. The audience is watching me try and tie him up, and he is sweaty. He is so freaking sweaty. I didn't want to. I said I already fucked it up, but I said this at dinner. I didn't want to be there. The audience was getting tired. They didn't want to be there, and Steve was sweating like a motherfucker. So I didn't want to touch him anymore. And to tie him up, I got to get close and personal and pull these ropes tight. And I didn't have rubber gloves or anything. And again, 5 minutes had gone by, and I said, all right, that's good. I've had, I'm done. And Steve's like, are you sure? Doesn't feel very tight. It
must have smelled good though, right?
I don't know. I was trying not. I was trying not to get that close.
I imagine he's the type of guy that. Well, I don't want to say anything because we want to get him on the podcast.
Well, yeah,
but he's got to be a cologne guy.
Yeah. Actually, I think he was. Is this him? Do you got a video Showtime,
nice.
Steve? Oh, wait. Hang on. Can you?
The KOA.
Wait. Do you have the tying him up bit pulled up?
Yeah.
So he does this for other people too. All right. Yeah. So here we go. Here's a little montage. Of Steve having people tie him up.
Amazing.
It definitely was not tied like that. Like, he was not on the ground. He was standing.
No. He got down on his knees for me when I tied him up. Yeah. That's what I mean, dude. It was so awkward, man. And he's sweating like crazy, and there's a bunch of kids watching.
And he did it.
Oh, yeah, he goes through the chair.
Dude, again, that's
He
a
goes through
fucking
the tennis
joke to me.
racket.
I'd go right through the chair. The balancing is
Oh,
cool.
the balancing was cool.
That's
He does
pretty
The
impressive.
balancing is
He
cool.
does the ladder.
I like the balancing stuff. It was literally if it wasn't for the rope thing, I wouldn't have had a problem with him. The rope thing to me was too much. Okay, and so again, I don't want to completely Steve, my brother, a fellow entertainer to entertainer, personality to personality. All right. I respect the game. I respect the hustle. The rope thing is creepy as fuck.
With the kids.
I didn't like it. The kids didn't like it.
Maybe just have an assistant tie you up.
Yeah, dude, have a hot chick tie you up. Bang, bang. We're all winning now. All right. But, dude, get some jugs on stage with you. That'd sell tickets. I'm sorry. That was crass. Steve, I'm not trying to hate on you, but let's just pull up. Let's pull up my boy Jason Tardy at Jason Juggles. He's probably got YouTube too, Jason Tardy. This was my guy today. I helped him out with a little layup. He was asking. He's like, "Does anyone know the one toy that has been banned in America? Very popular toy for many years ago. It's been banned in America. Not allowed to be sold anymore. Does anyone know it?"
Yeah, I do know it.
Bunch of kids guessed. They were wrong. I heard a kid guess Furby. Dumb guess.
Furby.
Yeah, they still sell Furbies. Dumbass. You ever been to a Walmart, you idiot?
I think he was thinking of Gremlins, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, but
Well, for a while,
do you guys
Furbies
know
were
it?
doing creepy
Do you guys
stuff.
know
Yeah,
it?
I know.
The band toy?
I know
Yeah, it
only
is.
because you talked about it.
Lawn darts, and I shouted it out from the back of the room. Little layup for my boy
lawn
Jason.
darts.
So Jason Tardy does the juggling, does the balancing, he does the tennis racket bit. The thing is, he does it all better. He does it. I'm Steve. Again, I'm sorry. I don't want to come off like a total hater, but Jason does it better. And so when I'm looking at who do I want to go see, and it's in the same vein, it's juggling and balancing, I'm picking Jason because Jason's got it on lock, and he the tricks you see, Jason has a level up and a spin to it. You see what I'm saying? He doesn't just go through the tennis racket. He does it while he's juggling, and he does this whole. He's got it down to a science.
wanna watch the
yeah. Let's
bit?
let's pull up a quick clip. I don't want to take away from his channel views, but is this the lawn dart bit?
I'm assuming.
Okay, so he's getting up onto the yoga ball. Impressive feat on its own to stand on a yoga ball. I don't know if you've ever tried it, but now he's got an axe, a bat with nails through it, and a hammer.
He's got a plunger in this one.
It looks like an older video. The lawn dart bit is a newer trick. So imagine he's standing on this yoga ball, juggling all this shit, and then he shoots a lawn dart at himself, and he has to catch the lawn dart while he's on top of that ball. To me, it was cool and impressive. And that's why I call him a stunt man, because if this goes wrong, like that's like a Steve-O jackass level stunt, launching a fucking lawn dart at yourself while you're on a yoga ball.
How does he launch? Like, what trajectory does it come at him?
Like a fucking lawn dart. Okay, he built this. He bought a Nerf tennis ball launcher that's built for launching tennis balls for your dog. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's already got some beef to it. Well, he modded it, and he's got this aluminum rail built onto it that he has, like a pin you'd be putting on a trailer hitch. You know, the pin. What do you call that pin? Just a pin?
I don't know. The cotter pin?
Cotter pin. Okay, so he's got this aluminum bar, and it hooks up to his ladder, and he cotter pins it into place. So he's got the modded Nerf gun cotter pinned into place and a rope attached to it, okay? So now the lawn dart, okay, has a little extra tail coming out of it with a tennis ball jammed onto the tail. Jams that into the gun. There's the rope going from the gun to his hands. So he's standing on. This is just promotion for the show. Go see him. I don't think we should even try and find a clip. I think you have to see it live, because now he's standing on the yoga ball, holding the rope, juggling a bunch of sharp shit, and then he pulls the trigger, and the lawn dart goes. It goes up like a friggin' piss missile and then starts falling straight down like a frickin' lawn dart right at him. And he catches it and keeps juggling with all the different shit. It's
Wow.
like,
That is pretty sick.
I was entertained.
He does have a video of it on his YouTube channel if you want to watch it.
Go watch it. I don't want to watch it on the pod. I want to get him the views on his channel. Shout out Jason Tardy, Jason Juggles. He go watch, if you want to go to his YouTube channel and watch the video of this lawn dart bit, go ahead and watch it. There we go. Carter just put the link in the chat. You can go ahead and click on that video and watch it, or it just, yeah.
Comment that we sent you.
Yeah, exactly. Say the Kinville Show sent you. He'll remember me. I had a conversation with him. I hope he'd remember me. I don't know. But Carter's just playing the video for us to watch, and we'll commentate it here. But you can see the apparatus.
Yeah, this is.
Jesus Christ. It's flaming.
Well, he didn't have. We had an indoor show today, so it was
Yes,
not.
it wasn't
He
on
didn't have the
fire.
flames today.
Oh, he's got knives that he's juggling too. It looks
Yeah.
like.
Yeah,
Oh, was he?
that's an Arabian knife.
Yeah,
That's
two
a
big
bloodthirsty
Saudi
knife.
Arabian bloodthirsty knives.
At the
my
agricultural
God.
museum.
You have to, you guys, you got to go see it for yourself. Better yet, find a place to see him live. He performs. He performs at Sugar Bush a couple times a year.
Yeah, that was a flaming. He kicks the yoga ball.
He brings the heat. He brings the energy. The kids love it. Okay, not to mention, let me just say something he does that I love. He has a pre-show he'll do, okay? He doesn't always do it, but in certain cases when it's a smaller crowd, he has his music playing while everybody's rolling in, finding their seats. He's got a soft frisbee. You ever seen these soft ones? They're like,
The disc type.
yeah, it's like soft. It's like a soft material.
Yeah.
You know, it's not hard plastic.
It's like a beach frisbee.
Or
Like
it's
foam,
almost like,
foam in the middle.
no,
with a
this
plastic
was
ring.
almost like a beanie, but it was a frisbee. If that makes any sense to you.
Oh,
Huh.
that's
No,
cool.
I guess
Anyway, it's just a
Crocheted.
soft, crocheted frisbee.
That's
So
I've
or
never
something
seen
like that.
that.
I don't know. It's just a soft frisbee, but so he does this whole routine as people are walking in, where he's throwing the frisbee at kids in the crowd, and he's like, throw it back to my hand, and he doesn't move at all. He stands there still, and obviously the frisbee never meets his hand, and he's making fun of the kids the whole time, teasing them, and to me that is, you know, for how much the kids love that pre-show, that is worth the whole show in itself.
Yeah.
they go ape for it.
They love it.
Well, before the pre-show is when everybody has the most excitement.
Yeah,
like
most
they,
hype.
They don't know
The sad
what he's
part
gonna
is,
do. It's just
by the
like,
time you get to the finale, by the time he's doing this epic shit, the kids are so tired that they're just like over it. You got to think they're, you know, attention spans have come and gone with the years, and you know, by the end of the 45-minute show, it again, as an adult, I'm sitting there entertained, but I'm like clapping like a animal in the back. I'm so excited. I'm like, did you guys see this? Are you seeing this? Yeah. So, you know, back to what was the other guy? I already forgot his name.
Showtime Steve.
Showtime Steve. Thank you, Calvin. It's not because I forgot you, Steve. I just was drawing a blank. Just you know, I respect the hustle, and everybody's got to start somewhere. But Jason Tardy is he's the man, and take some pointers from him. You know what I mean? If I'm looking at who I want to go see, and they're both juggling, they're both balancing ladders, they're both doing the tennis racket bit, who does it better? Jason,
You know-
all day, every day.
But you're saying this like you're paying to go see this all the time, like this sort of thing.
No,
This
no,
is a-
I'm just saying.
This is an odd.
in-
This is like a very niche.
This
like,
how do you find this
entertainment.
like I don't, this guy's got to be more pop. He's just got a terrible promotion team or something. This guy shows up with a little giant ladder with a flaming lawn dart on it and shoots it at himself.
Okay, hang on though. It's so Jason Tardy, he says it in his show. This is the only job he's ever had. So out of high school, he's been doing this job, entertaining, doing live juggling performances. He has a family and kids. Okay? And it's the only job he's ever had. So I'm just saying he's making it work. I would say he's a blue collar performer, but he is making it work. And so you might say bad publicity or something. I think he said he's got 4 shows booked at Sugarbush this year. Okay, think of that. I'm just saying that's so Sugarbush. I saw the guy from the Dispatch.
Yeah.
Which is a very popular.
He played the general.
What style of the General is their big
It's like
song.
surf rock.
Rock. It's like sublime style of music. The Dispatch. They had him there at Sugarbush. They have Afro Man
Yeah,
there
Man.
all the time.
Who
I'm
else
just-
was it? That other like rapper guy.
I'm just saying he's got America's Got Talent winning type entertainment there.
Could you imagine if he had a couple more guys helping him out, teeing up these stunts, and you took him up another level? Because he's an athletic guy too. He does some gymnastic style stuff on that little giant ladder. And as a kid, maybe it's not that impressive. As a grown adult, when you see these gymnastic moves balancing on the ladder, you're kind of blown away at the strength that takes to keep your body straight like a board. Balancing on top of a ladder like that.
Speaking of blue collar performance, should I tell my story of that video? Tell some backstory of that video I sent. Is that something?
Yeah, I need to. And
Oh
maybe,
yeah,
is that
and
something
actually, I didn't watch the video, but yeah, if you want to play the video and talk about it,
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I didn't understand what you guys were talking about, so
I thought it was hilarious. So
I had no idea. Just play the video first before you. No context.
yeah,
play
because
the
this
video.
is how we experienced it as well.
No
play
context.
the video.
Just give us the video.
oh, hold on, let me turn the volume up.
Yeah, I don't even know
All right,
right
we're
away.
starting-
I don't
we're
even know what's
starting with
going on
a-
here. Trash can,
Yeah.
pipes, wires.
A
a
trash
basement.
can haphazardly
On a 2x4.
on a 2x4.
Oh no fucking way!
Listen to him. Listen to him.
I'm gagging watching. Jesus.
I love the
Take it
sound.
off.
Yeah.
I love the sound. Ooh.
And the sound of the shit falling out of the pipe. Oh my god. That was That's intense.
What the
There's some even
fuck?
better videos. I don't have them though.
Oh my god!
There's better videos than that.
Well, I just reaction videos of the
Dude.
kids I was working with.
Holy smokes!
Is there a video of the turd falling into the bucket
So
and not just all over the wall?
I wish we should have gotten. I don't. That's the only video I have, but I'll give you the whole story. So we're working at this job, and it's the only toilet on the job. Is this?
How
this
many
one.
people are on this site?
There's 4 of us electricians.
Just an estimate. would be
three
good.
Wait, so
builders.
this-
There's probably about seven people.
And why are they
But the-
still using this toilet?
So the builder uses it every day, right? And
Takes us more than shit.
yeah. So Yeah, he stops there every morning because that's not his only job. That he's just a general contractor. He's like, that was one of my favorite toilets to stop and use every morning. So he stopped there and used it every morning. And the kid I work with, Ben, we were working there one day, and when we started working there, I was like, oh, nice. There's a real toilet to use on the job because usually that's a plus having a toilet on the job. And there was like 4 or 5 rolls of toilet paper. So I was like, oh, that's good.
Clutch.
Yeah, it's all there. So then a couple days later, we were working there, and
Everyone else had taken notice too.
All the toilet paper's gone.
I look in the bathroom, and there's only half a roll of toilet paper left. And it's only a couple days later, and it's enough of a shock to be like, I was like, where the fuck did all the toilet paper go? And Ben had been using the bathroom. So there was half a roll of toilet paper left, and I went up to use the bathroom one that same day later in the afternoon, and all the toilet paper was gone.
That's crazy.
And so I was like, so we had a big discussion about why Ben's using half a roll of toilet paper to wipe his ass. But so then this is like a week later from when that happened, and Ben goes to use the toilet, and he comes to me and he's like, Carter, I just flushed the toilet and now it's leaking in the basement. And I'm like, what do you mean it's leaking in the basement? There's no way the toilet should be leaking in the basement. And I go down there, and there's a couple of open pipes up high, and it was, I don't know if there's nothing in the picture there, but there's like because they're remodeling the house, they cut a couple pipes off, but they're up higher than the drain is. So the water should flow past these open pipes and not have a problem. So he's like, it's leaking out, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. And at first I thought, oh, maybe it's just some residual water in the pipes, and it just so happened that maybe some kind of air disturbance pushed some water out. So I said, oh, go flush the toilet again. So he flushes the toilet again, and this is a different part of the basement. And he flushes it, and a piece of toilet paper comes out of the pipe and drops on the floor.
Oh my god!
And so he comes running down the stairs to see if it's leaking, and it's just is dumping shit water out onto the floor. He's like, "What do we do?" So we gathered up a couple buckets and put him underneath the pipe that was leaking. And I said, "Well, there was a plunger in the basement." I said, take this plunger up, flush it again, and try to plunge it. Obviously, it's not going to work very well because there's open pipes downstairs. So he tries to flush it. No luck, just water's still leaking out into the buckets we have down there. And the builder comes in, and I'm like, well, I said to Ben, go flush it a couple more times, and maybe that little bit of extra head pressure will push the blockage out or whatever. So he goes up and flushes it a couple times, and the builder starts flushing it. and all of a sudden I hear behind me, I hear
a big rumbling.
More water leaking out in a different place in the basement. It backed up somewhere else and was leaking out. I was like, whoa. And
they're having a party.
So then we have water leaking out of 3 different places.
Oh my Christ.
In this basement. Luckily, the basement's getting completely remodeled. There's nothing worth being down there anyway.
I didn't realize you took that video. Did you take it, or were you?
No, I was the one pulling
that was Ben's video, I think.
So I'll pull it up. So what we did was.
Oh my god.
I'll pull it back.
Put it up
here.
on the screen.
Yeah,
we're gonna break this down from a fundamental standpoint.
Yeah, just to give a little bit of more idea here. So originally,
okay, yeah, tell us what you did.
So originally, I was like, well, so I obviously Ben was the one that plugged the toilet, or at least he contributed to the plugging of the sewer here. But this pipe actually slopes uphill a little bit going out of the house, so the plumbing is messed up, and this fitting here looks like it's new, like they've had this problem before, and a plumber came in and put this fitting in. So we were having, the problem was the water was just leaking into the basement, and I was like, well, and we couldn't catch it because it was the way it was leaking, and it was just a pain in the ass. So I said let's open up let's pop the clean out open on the end of the toilet here, because it was going to have to be done Anyway, Ben was the one that clogged the toilet, so I figured it was somewhat of our responsibility to at least rectify the situation a little bit. So we tried to pop this clean out right on the back here, which is a normal spot, and we were wrenching on it with a pair of channel locks, and it would not go. And the builder comes down, and I heard the pipes cracking, and I was like, I didn't want to snap a pipe because it wouldn't open up. So I said to the I was like, I was trying to think of what to do, and the builder's like, oh, give me the pliers, let me try it. So he came down, and he started doing it, and the glue joint right here on this piece of pipe broke loose, and you can see how there's brown there. So the glue joint broke loose there, and when he was pulling on it, it broke loose and some shit came out and dropped on the floor and it turned all brown. And he's like, and he didn't notice that the shit fell onto the floor. He just saw the brown stuff come out, and he walked over to the pipe and he's looking at the brown. He's like, that color's a little bit concerning.
No,
and so
really.
then he left. And so then I told Ben to go grab a 2x4, and we threw a 2x4 on the wall here to hold the trash can up. And I went on, this is a wall. There's a wall right here.
Can I ask why not just put the trash can on the floor?
Yeah, and so it's actually underneath it.
It is underneath it.
Yeah, but I just, like, you're just trying to save some of the wall here. I worry that this thing's gonna fill up and tip over.
There was no the way it was set up. There was no way that it could tip over because
it looks trigged. It looks like it's.
This looks like a Home Alone trap.
It was up there pretty. It was pretty
Is this
sturdy.
McAllister's house. What's going on?
The idea was to just open it up, and in my opinion, having it closer is gonna.
No,
All right. So tell us what
right.
happened. Tell us what happened then.
So
what's the conclusion?
Yeah, how did you clean that
There's a wall
up?
right here. So what happened was
We could see you pulled the pipe out.
Can you play it again?
No.
Just one more time.
Go ahead.
Oh my god!
What the fuck?
It looks like apple pie
Oh
filling.
my god.
Squeezing
It's
out.
so fucking bad.
I like how volcanoes up.
Yeah, it splashes on the wall. Holy
so I was
shit.
on the other side of this wall, and I just pulled the pipe back, and it let some room here. So the story I feel like gets even better than this. So I should have taken more pictures because it was really funny. So I pulled the pipe back, and Ben sat here with a snake, and it was solid right here.
Oh,
it was a solid toilet.
shit.
Well, it was toilet paper. It was it was fully loaded with toilet paper. So he just sat there with a snake and kept scraping and scraping until
what the hell?
until finally it let go and pushed itself. It emptied itself into the trash can.
Ugh.
So we filled this trash can twice.
No shit.
Jesus Christ!
Where'd
you put
toilet
it?
paper?
Yeah, what do you do with it?
Yeah, well, in water.
What do you do with it?
So we went out the back door. This was in the basement, and it's in a condo complex, right? So we go out the back door, and there's another trash can outside there, but it was full of holes, and the one we had when we were catching water in obviously wasn't. And we're like, what the fuck do we do with all this toilet paper? And I said, let's take this trash can and dump it into the one with holes, and then it'll filter the water out and hold all the toilet paper because there's a dump.
That's a
Strain it out.
biohazard.
So we just dumped it. We dumped it into the we dumped it into the trash can with holes, and it leaked out onto the ground. But the problem was the toilet paper leaked through all the holes also.
Oh my god!
And it was in this big pile of snow.
I think you got to call the fire department or something when something like that happens.
So it leaked. So anyway, we filled up the trash
I would
can
be
twice.
in full hazmat.
Yeah.
We filled up the trash can twice, dumped it out into their backyard,
Oh my god!
and then it,
But
like
the
I
grass
said,
is growing good though.
it leaked a bunch of toilet paper out. So there's toilet paper all over the ground, and there was a spigot outside. So I went in and got a hose, and we hosed the toilet paper till it disintegrated more.
That's not a bad idea.
Or at least flowed.
Yeah.
At least it went under the snow so you couldn't see it. So in the springtime, I imagine there's going to be a huge pile of toilet paper.
Yeah, big pile of shit.
Where we
Yeah,
dump
dude.
the trash
You
can
can
out.
you can get
Jesus.
some real disease from raw sewage like that.
Yeah,
I'm
that-
surprised you guys did that.
And what'd you do with the smell?
I don't think. I
It's
mean,
cold. There's not much smell.
Yeah.
no. The basement smelled horrible.
I'm
but
sure.
Yeah.
Jesus
Shit
Christ.
on the
Basement probably
walls.
smelled like a septic
I
tank.
know there's shit on the wall. What the fuck?
Basement turned septic tank.
Oh my god.
That is nasty.
We did suit up. We had rubber gloves and stuff.
So we put this on YouTube?
That's why the trash can is also trigged up here so that you didn't have to be near it and you didn't have to.
Well, somebody had to carry it out.
Oh man. That's tough.
Christ. So does Ben have a medical issue then? What's the purpose of?
Yeah. Why does he need that much toilet paper? It's like a marker down there. I wipe and I wipe.
But that's what he said. He said he wipes till the toilet paper comes out clean.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh
that's
my
why I
God.
started using wet wipes. That's why I started using Clorox wipes.
Yeah, but they're not all flushable.
Well,
Would-
no,
Clorox wipes aren't.
Actually, none of them are. Even
Yeah.
if they say they are not.
That's why I don't flush
Unless
them. I do put them in the trash can with a little bit of brown, but I make
All right, come on.
a little bit.
If you live in like a condo, place you don't care about, place you don't own, then they're flushable.
No, they are not.
Yeah, they are.
It doesn't matter where you are. And
The Walmart ones might
can-
actually be. They
can
fall
I just
apart.
can I just say something, guys? I'm glad everyone's getting jokey and joking around. Why is it always got to be about poop?
I don't know.
That's the only thing you guys
listen.
can riff about is shit, like actual shit.
That wasn't a riff. That was a dead ass true
that was
story.
a real life
That
situation.
was a real event
and
that
Carter
happened
just
to
said
me.
dead ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I'm a little awestruck that you would even take the initiative to take on this
A plumbing
shit-filled
issue?
pipe.
Yeah.
I mean, unless Ben really
I
was
would've
using
ignored it.
rolls
Yeah.
of toilet paper.
I would have
Did.
left.
I would have.
That was a true story that
he,
there was.
he openly admitted to using that much toilet paper.
Yes.
That's great.
Ben, you have a medical issue.
Oh man.
I think he's just got a hairy ass, probably.
They get stuck in the curly cues.
Yeah. So
Oh,
what's wrong
fuck's
with that?
sake.
I mean, yeah.
I got
guess
some
it's
good
low
feels.
hanging
Honestly,
fruit.
it was just it was disgusting, obviously, but it was just we were laughing so hard the whole time.
I'm
just
sure. I'm
just
sure.
because of how funny it was. Like
It is pretty funny.
Get the
because we didn't care that the shit was flowing onto the ground. I told him to take that video knowing that it was going to spray onto the wall. Like there was literally no care involved. We just pulled the pipe apart. Afterwards,
That's what happens.
who
when,
had to go in and clean it up.
it's technically not cleaned up yet. Jack went down to Napa and got a bunch of Speedy oil dry, and we dumped it all over everything, and that's how it sits now. Somebody else can vacuum it up.
Jeez.
Yeah. What would you rather talk about, bud?
Well, personally, almost anything.
It's your ship to steer, bud.
No, you're missing my point, bud. My point is, I'm happy to have you guys laughing and joking and riffing, but I'm just pointing out that it just seems to me that
I
when
just
you
would
guys
like to
get
know
in
what
that
other
mood,
shit
it's a-
story we talked about.
I can't tell you, but I
Exactly,
just
because there wasn't one.
All right, let's
why has it got to be poop?
let's. I got some reels to.
Again, it
was,
wasn't a riff. It
that-
was a true story.
Yeah, that's a true.
That
That's a
happened
life
to me.
story.
I'm just okay. I know it was a true story, but then it wasn't just like the story and then we're moving on. We're asking questions. We're going into detail here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's interesting.
I'm not saying it's.
I
not,
found it interesting.
I'm just okay. What? Never mind. You're missing what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying it was bad. I was
You
not
just
saying that.
would like to keep the poop talk to a minimum.
I was just trying to make a comment that you guys get real riled up when we start talking about poop.
Let's start.
Yeah.
We'll start at the beginning.
Well,
here.
you know, it is a hot topic for me. I will admit.
Hey, my poops can be hot sometimes as well.
No, there he goes.
Hey,
There he goes, talking poop
coming
now.
alive.
This
All
is
right,
Curtis's
Curtis,
reels of the
are we
week.
gonna play? Are we gonna
We
play
should
the-
have an intro for Curtis's reels of the week.
Oh, have you
There.
not heard?
what you're gonna see.
Oh,
Get real.
You haven't heard that before?
no, I haven't.
Get real.
That's awesome.
Honest, dude. Like, dude, I should be fucking rich and fucking famous, dude, for what I've gone through, dude. The shit that I'm pulling up, dude, they look like stupid rocks and shit. But when I dry them out, dude, these are gonna be some of the most fucking sought after artifacts, fucking... I swear to God, these are gonna link a lot of shit together, dude. I'm fucking doing all this shit on my own. Man, shout out my girl, dude. She's a fucking angel, dude.
No,
Dude, I'm
no, just
honest,
go to the
dude.
next
Like,
video real
dude,
quick
I
before
should be
anyone says
fucking
anything.
rich and fucking famous.
Same guy.
Same guy. Next video.
You want to see some scary ass shit? Like, just like chilling right here in the shadows. Chilling in the shadows with these things, dude. I swear it's so scary. I swear to God, it's so scary. Dude, I know you see that shit.
What's going on?
That's not how a normal frog looks, dude. This. You want to see some scary ass shit?
So
like,
does he
just, like,
think
chilling
these
right
rocks
here
are
in the
like
shadows?
sentient or?
Unclear. I don't know what's going
I
on
actually,
here.
my gut instinct is that it's a bit. Like that was way too funny for it not to be a bit.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he does have a
But it could
large
be
amount of
serious,
rocks. in his
yeah.
house.
I don't
He
know,
does
it
have
does-
a large amount in his
I
living room.
would dare to say a bad amount of rocks in his living room.
The first one you question whether or not it's it's a bit, and then you watch the second one and you go, okay, he's got a lot of rocks in his living room.
But you know what it was for me? That the moment that I felt like I was like, okay, this is definitely a bit. When he was zooming in on that big rock and he goes, because you see that shit? You see that right there? It's not normal rocks, man. Like, to me, that just was too funny to not be a bit. But I mean, maybe he's just one of those energy rock guys. He's got all kinds of
Could be.
He's got
energy in his
chakras.
rocks.
Could
He's
be.
got
I think
chakras and
he's saying they're like
people or creatures,
not creatures, but they're
artifacts.
He did say artifacts.
meteors or something. You know, I don't know.
Meteorites.
I don't know. I thought that was funny. Cassidy sent that guy to me, and I thought they were good.
Yeah,
So,
I thought it was funny.
thought those were funny. This one here, I want to comment. We gotta discuss whether or not we think this one's real. This is some UFO type stuff.
All right, UFO footage from outside a plane window. Holy shit!
Dude, that's
I would
totally
say
real. How would they
this
fake
is,
it?
Like really bad AI. Look at how the head flips. Like
Keeps
sometimes the
flipping-
head is the
keeps
ass.
flipping
and
sides.
Yeah,
Go to
it
the
doesn't know what's happening.
Go to the comments. Go to the comments. It's one of the top ones was funny. It's
This is true. I was in the flight.
Is that AI? Question mark.
That
Gee, I
that
don't
one there.
fucking know.
Which one?
Please, guys, someone's mom thinks this is real and showing her whole family.
Oh man.
I thought that was funny.
Did you see this horse, cow, unicorn?
Flying. And he's going backwards from the direction
No,
of the plane.
and okay, did you just see that flip though?
The
He
head
turns
turned
inside
into
out.
its ass.
Yeah.
And the tail is all over the place.
It don't know what's going on.
Quiet,
It don't
quiet.
know.
Is this
Yeah, right
is this
there.
real?
Yeah.
And then again. And one more time.
That would be a really funny. Imagine you sent this to a bunch of random phone numbers. That's is it real.
All right. Then now
We're
this
going to Punxsutawney.
yeah, but this one before we play it, before we pull it up, we might want to stop celebrating Groundhog Day after you watch this. You might
Really?
have different thoughts. so-
Groundhog Day.
have
Well,
different
not a lot of people know this. I do celebrate Groundhog Day. I celebrate privately, but I do celebrate.
Yeah,
it.
it's a
Well,
little known
you
secret.
might change your tune to that after you watch this video.
Okay. Since 2016. Oh shit.
5 disturbing facts you didn't know about Punxsutawney Phil. Number 1, Punxsutawney Phil is a fucking arrogant in person.
Oh, you got to keep the music on.
Not a certified meteorologist.
Since 2016, Punxsutawney Phil has been accused of sexual misconduct over 11,000 different men. Punxsutawney looks like the.
His mouth looks
mouth.
like this. gopher.
Dude, that's a hit piece. Get off my gopher, dude. That's a hit piece. And a half.
I thought that was
No,
good.
I'm a Punxsutawney Phil guy for life.
At the end, liar, fraud,
Dude, he doesn't.
bad gopher.
People get him all confused. People think he's a meteorologist. He controls the weather, dude. He tells us.
Cass-
He says 6 more weeks of winter or it's spring. He decides.
Yeah.
Cassidy sent me that one also. I thought that one was funny. Now this next one,
Total hit job.
This next one, before you pull it up, it's gonna strike us. So we can either watch
It's
it.
gonna strike us. What do you mean? Because it's violent or because of the music?
Music.
Music.
But you can't watch it without the music because it's not fun. It's probably not funny without music.
Well, can we try talking over it,
Well,
or you need to be able to hear it?
I think that
I can play the elevator music too.
no, I know. I mean,
low volume.
The music is part of the funny part about the clip.
What song is it?
I actually don't know what it is.
we're waiting. You know,
no,
it's
I'll
the perfect
just-
time to go pee.
No, Carter's saying he can play this in the background, and it might mess up the AI enough to where it doesn't know we're playing copywritten music.
No.
Yeah. That's
Well,
what
we
I'm
can
saying.
try. I don't care.
Let's just try it. Let's
All right.
give it a rip. It's not like we're making any money. All right, it's Journey jamming out. It's probably not. With the Eagles hat on.
Look at these guys.
This is just guys being dudes.
This guy's being.
I forgot to switch
All
it
right,
over.
that's good. We got it. We got it.
This
No, he talks at the end.
Our new spot for now.
Our
Not
new
for long. We're going to take it away from us.
I knew. So, are they like homeless people?
I don't know. That's what I wanted to talk about. All right.
All right, take it down. There's too much. I'm getting overstimulated.
Yeah, me too.
I'm
We're
starting to freak out.
skin-maxing.
Starting to freak out. Whoa!
I didn't have it up on stream for the first go around for the first few seconds. So
Okay. Well, so my
I would
question.
say yes. This is a homeless camp.
Well, they got a friggin'.
Look at all their
This
little
looks like a
shopping
guy's-
bags of shit.
This
hanging
guy
up.
looks like a dude's camping trip to me.
Just some bros
It's
out
our new
camping.
spot for now. Till they take it away from us.
These guys are definitely homeless, probably in Florida. I
It's,
don't know what's up with the
telling
Phillies
my
hat.
kids this was Survivor.
That's a good comment. I mean, that is some good content, is what I would say. The guys screaming in the dark. The chat's been blowing up while we were watching that video.
Yeah.
Huh?
I just got pulled down. I couldn't even read it.
Do you when you say things like that, are you saying it because you want Carter to know you want the chat to be pulled
No, let's
back
get
up?
real
or
here.
you saying it because you're trying to take a shot?
I guess it's probably it. Both.
Because it was kind of like earlier. What did you say earlier? Oh,
I don't
about
know.
pot. You said about so we have family dinner on Wednesday nights, and we also do the podcast on Wednesday nights. And you said something to me in a way that it was like passive aggressive, and I was
Right.
like, well, yeah, that's an easy confrontation to avoid. We can just plan a little better. I don't remember exactly what you said.
You're confusing my talking about the listening to the TV about my.
Oh yeah. So we're having family dinner. Everyone's in the living room talking, and Curtis says to me, "This video is really interesting. If I could hear it, or something like that,
yeah.
right?" I don't remember exactly what you said, but it was along those lines.
Yeah.
And to me, it was just like a kind of backhanded.
It
in a way,
it definitely was, but I didn't really mean it that way. Except for I was a little annoyed because we just listened. We were able to listen to Carter's. I was annoyed because the entire time Carter's video was on, there was nothing going on.
Are you kidding me?
We were
They were
talking
talking
the whole time.
entire
We were
time.
talking
Everybody
the
was
entire
talking.
time Carter's video was on.
It was. That's why I was like, "Why are you trying to change it and put
Yeah,
something on?"
'cause we
Everybody
were
is
ta- we
sitting
were
here
talking
talking,
the entire
and my
time.
video did not require sound at all.
Carter has a very ambient YouTube video.
Very cozy video.
Warm up by the fire.
Well,
Um,
I do want to rewatch that because I did think that was a cool place.
But my point I'm trying to hit on here. So you're like rather than saying, "Hey Carter, pull the chat back up so I can see it." You know what I mean? You took it to a negative term. Well, I was reading the chat,
to read that,
but
and it
I
went
was trying
away.
to read it, but it went away. Like you don't know Carter was the one that took it down.
And you
like,
know
rather than
what?
just saying,
I wasn't-
Yo, pull that back up real quick.
I didn't even take it down. All I did was hover over the wrong thing on my taskbar here.
Yeah,
it got rid of it.
all of a sudden, like in this very like Tootie Snoot kind of way, like the type of stuff if we
The
were
Tootie
kids.
Snoot.
Yeah, it's the type of stuff I'd just hit you for as kids because I didn't have the words to get to the bottom of it. But yeah, it was just curious. Like, do you notice yourself doing it, and is it something you do? Like, are you intentionally trying to take shots in a way when you do that?
I notice it sometimes, and it doesn't. I don't intentionally do it though.
But
I would say it's a bad habit.
I would
and
say it definitely is a bad habit.
I don't intentionally do it all the
If
time.
you ever
but-
catch yourself doing it, say, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Because I find myself saying things to people all the time, and that as soon as I hear myself say it out loud, I go, that's not what or how I meant it. So let me fix this before there's miscommunication. You know what I mean? And I know you very well, so I didn't
reversal.
I didn't
Hold
think you
on.
meant anything by it, but
Is this the Kinville Show or the shit all over Curtis show? Because I swear to God, anytime Curtis is here, you're shitting on him.
I wasn't shitting
You're
on him. I
literally
was just
Well,
dedicated
no,
making
to
fun of him.
actually, it's whenever you're here, Calvin. Caleb shits on me because he needs to shit on somebody.
Oh, and he doesn't want to
And
do
if
that.
I'm the co-host, he can't shit on me the whole time.
Right. Because that's
Maybe
just troll.
maybe that's just the dynamic of the room. I don't know. I'm just
Why? What was Caleb shitting on him last time for?
Well, okay, so the first time it was I don't even know, but this is the third known occasion to me that what is that?
Ryder said, "When do we tell Caleb we're Truman showing him?" Honestly, if you told me that, I would say that would make more sense to me than anything. Like just given my life and
I
my
will say
experiences, I don't understand how I've come about anything I've come about. So
I will
if you
say
told me
I don't
this-
think it's always Truman Show for you, but at family dinner, especially, I noticed that you definitely take control of the room, and everybody, except for when Nanny and Craig are talking to each other, Caleb's in charge of the room. Like everybody wants to know what Caleb's gonna. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if that's just because I've bullied myself.
Maybe that's
like-
just me too.
I will. Whether people want to hear it or not, I'm gonna get it out. So I don't know if people are just being patient and waiting for me to finish.
I think it's just a
people-
natural thing. Somebody has to fill the space, and Caleb jumps right on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Good
and
at managing that task.
I also generally I just have stuff I am thinking that I want to say anyway, right? If I'm totally alone, sometimes I will talk to myself out loud, exactly how I'd talk if there was someone in the room. And Calvin has experienced this when I was a kid and we'd play Minecraft. I'd be playing alone, and Calvin would be like, "Can you knock that?" He's like, "You're not doing a Let's Play."
Yeah.
And
well, I'm trying to watch YouTube, and like I kind of feel like you're asking for my attention in a way. You know what I mean?
And I totally wasn't.
Listen to me.
You know, it's just because we shared a room. I totally wasn't trying to get his attention by commentating my own Minecraft Let's Play to nobody. It's just what I was up to. But in the same way, I might be coming at you and picking on you in a way. It's not. I don't have any sort of angle. I'm just following that direct line of whatever words are going to fall out of my mouth next. Whatever feels interesting to me. Whatever's hot on the tongue.
Well, that is a good topic though, because I do find myself saying stuff like that I like, and sometimes it's not even immediate that I catch it, but
It's
it'll be
later. It's usually later in the day.
Hours later,
You're
I'll
like,
be
"Oh,
like,
shoot."
fuck.
Yeah.
Like I fucked that whole thing.
Yeah.
Is this a video of the plane that rolled over?
Yeah, that's not why I pulled it up. I didn't care about that.
I actually want to see that video though.
That is crazy.
You didn't
I
see
didn't
that?
see the video of the plane
Can't
rolling.
believe you didn't see it.
I'll just I just wanted to play this video of Shane Gillis though, this Jurassic Park joke. I remember watching this and I didn't understand the Jurassic Park joke at all.
Why is new spelled with a K?
Oh, I have no idea.
no, as in no in the past tense.
I have no idea. Let's just see the video.
Dr. Grant stood still. Why couldn't you see him? It's a Jurassic Park joke. That was so good. You stupid didn't get it.
So Jacob, what is your love life like exactly?
I'm engaged. Yeah.
Clever girl. Clever girl.
Did you say clever girl?
Yeah.
Another great reference from the smash hit film Jurassic Park.
It really looks like young Trump from Home Alone 2, bro.
You all got a Home Alone 2 reference, and no one knew Jurassic Park. A few years ago, excuse me, everyone would have got the Jurassic Park
Bro,
reference.
this is so...
Remember that Jurassic Park 5 or whatever you said earlier?
Trust me, that was a great joke, and the internet is going to prove that I made a great joke and that this room is tired and dumb. Now, when Dr. Grant stood still, why couldn't you see him?
We gonna play it twice?
No, I just didn't have it again. I wanted to make sure that I got the full clip on stream.
I think it was a good edit of that bit, and I do wonder, should we just start bootlegging better podcasts?
Just play them.
Should we just?
Just
I
play 'em when we
think
sit
we
here.
put us in a small corner in the bottom of the screen.
While we're
And we
watching.
just watch Kill Tony, and we just sit there kind of quietly.
Let me see this video of the plane rolling real quick. Just put it on, you don't have to put it on stream. I just want to see it.
Yeah, fuck it. Put it on stream. If we're gonna sit here and watch it, put it on stream. Let's see it. Let's see the plane roll
That's it.
for the 900th time.
It landed too.
Like,
Holy
That's the thing that I
smokes.
don't get.
9,000 times
You
already.
think
Holy
that
smokes.
the people all survived it?
Yeah, with the
Surprising that-
Yeah,
Flames?
guess you
Holy
should buckle
shit.
up, huh?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I can't tell you how many times I've been to. Why do I need to buckle?
I'll tell you this much. That's usually what I'm hoping for to happen by the time I'm getting ready to land a plane.
Yeah.
I'm like, let this thing go down in flames. I don't fucking care
Let's hit
anymore.
the fucking World Trade.
yeah, exactly. Man. Yeah,
I've been getting a lot of 9/11 videos on my reels recently.
Like footage of the incident.
Yeah, like footage.
Was it
and-
real?
Well, more
Were
and
the
more,
buildings ever
more and more.
real?
The more footage that I see, the more footage is saying that it was
A planned demolition.
planned demolition. It was
Bombs
an
in the
inside job.
basement.
It's so hard to say. It's like, who the fuck would have said that that's an inside job? But it seems to be it was in these videos that I watched. But just the amount of videos that were actually taken, you hear about all the time the people who had to jump out of the building because there was no better option, and that's terrible. But
burned to death or
there is an unbelievable
Freebird.
amount of video of that,
of them jumping.
of them jumping.
Yeah.
And I
You've
mean,
been watching
you-
that.
All right. Fun
he-
fact.
you-
Fun fact from a million years old. Did you know that that's what the theme song of Mad Men was based on?
Oh.
The intro to Mad Men is based on the videos of people jumping out of the World Trade Center
Oh, really?
during 9/11.
well, so
Carter, pull up the intro to Mad Men.
But Mad Men happens in the 50s.
well,
I think people.
I think you're taking it a little too hard here about showing off things that I think are funny or entertaining. That's what every single podcast on the face of the earth does. They're like, oh, pull
That's
up that
true.
video, pull up that picture, pull that up.
I get it.
It's normal. It's a
I
normal
just
thing
want-
to laugh
I
at
want
things that are
more-
entertaining.
Caleb wants to actually
I want to
develop
riff and
something.
You guys,
he wants to cultivate
if you've
something.
ever hung out with me in the clubhouse, okay, that's what I'm trying to do here.
What are you
And
doing? What are you saying, Clubhouse?
My clubhouse. Carter
He's
called it my
talking about when he's
clubhouse.
smashing
Oh.
light bulbs on the people that are out
he's
there.
tackling people into fluorescent lights.
I'm talking about the preamble before that.
He's tackling. He's throwing Matt at the wood stove.
Yeah, it's on fire and he's throwing somebody into it.
Yeah. No.
Okay, but that is what I want. You see what you guys just did there? You guys riffed. Okay? That
Okay.
is what I'm looking for.
This is a problem, and we had started. I was talking about something, right? And I started a riff the other day. It's a while back now, but I was thinking about it, why the whole thing went awry. And we were talking about something with international waters and something, and you're like, and you just I was started riffing about international waters, and then you're like, oh, is that why you got all those goats? And just
Wait,
something.
what? He started talking about riverboat gambling.
The point is there's other people in the room, right? I mean, maybe in that instance there wasn't. I don't know.
It was you, me, and Curtis. So
I don't even remember that.
That's the thing. I don't remember this specific instance either.
Obviously, I don't either because I can't remember the exact details of it. But I know that the riff went awry because rather than riffing, you just started hammering me, and I was like, okay, I don't know where to go from here.
But the place you go is the funniest place you can, right? So I'm not saying it was a win when I turned it around on you. I'm not saying that was a win, but that was in that moment for me. That was the funniest place I could go.
Well, I'm just saying.
And you have a clock on these things. I can't sit here for 3 minutes and think of
and that's
a riff,
completely fair.
right?
But I'm just saying.
all right, guys.
All I'm saying is just because we're not riffing doesn't mean it's our fault.
It's getting a little late. Everyone's a little fussy.
Ryder saying that the person that filmed the inside video of the plane crash, the rollover of the plane crash, was a professional skier. The guy that filmed the video climbing out.
Of course you would know. Of course you would know.
Ryder's probably met the guy.
At least that's what I'm thinking of. The one where the guy climbs out. He's like, holy fuck, can't believe I'm still alive.
I was in there. That's the only one I saw. That's the only video
I'm
actually
assuming
saw.
that's what he's talking about.
Maybe.
Because I didn't see a video of anybody like the inside the plane. He was just climbing out.
Yeah. Anyway, if you guys you can try and take the piss out of me, give it a shot. You know, I thought that was fun. You guys just started riffing for a second there on me. I thought that was good.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. I think a lot of the time we spend here is talking about how we want the podcast to be like that.
I don't know. I think there's always a segment in the show of how we need to be better.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
every single time.
Gotta do better.
Well, that's why we're still within the first 100.
That's what I'm saying. These are still the
bring
workshop
that-
sessions. We don't title the episodes. They just have a number.
I think the problem is I enjoy interesting podcasts. I don't like riff shows, so I don't know how to riff, and riffing isn't entertaining to me.
It depends. It's 50-50 because sometimes Theo Vaughn is funny, winning riffs with his guests and makes jokes. Like he had that Carney on, and the Carney was riffing with him, and some of it was funny. But other times it's like, okay, this is a little bit much. It's 50-50.
To me, that's all I really care about is the riff.
What riffing podcasts do you listen to? What are podcasts that we could listen to?
Number one example is Bad Friends.
They're
Bobby
good.
Lee,
They're
Andrew
talented.
Santino. Number two, Are You Garbage? Are You Garbage has a point to the show, and they often have guests, and they interview them, and the point of it is to find out, is their guest garbage, right? And they have all these questions they ask to find out. And they also are a popular show, so they get that fan interaction. But the things you want to pay attention to are the solo episodes. I feel like Jack Black in School of Rock. Dark Side of the Moon, B-side, as he's handing out homework to the kid. But yeah, Are You Garbage? Look for the episodes that's just the two guys, no guest, and just listen to the way they riff. They're telling stories about their life, and the one guy is half-assed trying to get the story out, and the other guy's just chirping him and sniping him and ripping him to shreds, and then they'll go at each other for a little bit, and he's still trying to get the story out. Just, you know, that's the stuff I like. And Theo Vaughn, I think, is a good example of somebody that can kind of he goes both ways. But to me, when a Theo episode is on, it's when he's on there with Cat Williams and they're riffing, and you saw the whole bit about the Christmas Cat Williams, how he goes, yeah, I let him use my likeness for religious purposes, and anyway, they just were joking around. To me,
Yeah. You could have been joking with me the whole time I was telling my real life story. That was still funny.
in case you didn't notice, I was dry heaving right out the gate.
I honestly
there.
don't even. I thought that was an act. I thought that was a riff.
No, I thought I was gonna puke. I felt like
gagging
I
for
could
real.
smell the video. The problem is I've been too close to that stuff too many times, and so when I see it, I know the smell, and the memories of a time where I had to deal with something of a similar caliber come to mind, and I just start gagging, and I want to puke right away. I have to empty out dog poop receptacles at work, and I am gagging and coughing every time I have to do it.
And that's dog poop is nowhere near human poop.
No, it is not. I mean, on a hot summer day, it'll give you a run for your money, but
Or
yeah. Anyway, no, the gagging and puking, but also part of my problem, Carter, when you're trying to get out a story,
Dookie.
and not to I please don't take this in a bad way. It takes you a minute to get the story out. So I do want to genuinely hear your story, but if I spent
I thought I did pretty good at telling that story.
I think you're getting better. You are genuinely getting better, Carter. That was much better.
I understand that I have a problem with telling stories, but I thought that was a good. So you can't.
It was a good story.
No, I'm just saying you can't blame anything on me telling that story because I thought that was a good way. That time it was good.
I loved the story. I'm just explaining why I wasn't riffing on your story. I wanted. It was a good story with a good video to add to the visual content. I wanted the whole story. It was, I thought it was good too. I had just been dry heaving, but these guys obviously were laughing hysterically. You can go back and watch it. The whole thing was good. I'm just saying I could jump in. I do have chirps and things I want to say, but ultimately you
were just mad that
I wanted you to
poop.
No.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
Just trying to get the story out.
I was just trying to let you get the story out.
Flush it out.
And then so then you guys are over here all excited. Yeah, went right over. I'm glad you. But anyway, so the story had wrapped up. Wait, what was your pun? I didn't want to reuse it. I said
it took a while to flush it out.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway,
you were gonna use that.
Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The story had finished, and you guys had been laughing about it. And at that point, that's when I was gonna start in with the chirping, and I was making fun of you guys because you're always laughing about poop.
Yeah. I do love poop.
Yeah. We all do.
Ain't nothing better than a good poop and fart joke.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
But just
especially when you spend your day in business and you're in a business mindset. You know what I mean?
It's just fun to get silly with it.
Yeah, I mean,
what's that? There's this
it's
line
universal
from
a little bit.
There's a line from Jack Carter. Can you just look up? Let's pull up more clips. Let's just keep going with the clips.
Yeah. If you want a good example, Kill Tony. Back to Kill Tony. Red Band's allowed one fart sound effect.
Bingo.
Per episode, and sometimes it does hit. Sometimes it's good.
Sometimes it's hilarious. I was just gonna say, if you look up Jack and Jill, there's a scene from the Adam Sandler movie Jack and Jill where when Adam Sandler is playing the character of his twin sister, he says he's like run into the bathroom and says something about Hershey Squirties in his underwear.
Squirties.
And it's like the clip I see played when people want to make fun of Adam Sandler and say he makes bad movies.
He's not a real comedian.
That's like the clip they play. And I'll be honest, I saw Jack and Jill recently, and it's freaking hilarious. You can't watch it. Don't watch it thinking you're going to see a serious movie. But, is this something else? What is this? Okay, here we go.
Chocolate Squirties.
Yeah. Is this the right spot? Yeah, I think this is it.
She's not talking to us still, I guess. I am not talking to you. I am talking to Aaron. Aaron, I gotta go make some chocolate squirties. Oh God.
Holding her asshole as they run up the stairs, screams, "I gotta go make chocolate squirties." It's funny. It's just silly. Like we're talking about poop humor. It is silly. So don't be so serious. Let it be silly. And again, I'm not hating on it. I was just trying to comment on the fact that it was really
it does get us riled up.
Yeah, it was getting us wound up.
Get us a little riled up. Well,
Bad Friends, Cassidy shouted out right there.
Like I said, I was surprised
chat.
Carter took that video.
Yeah, she loves Bad Friends.
Yeah.
That it was a real
Well,
life.
it's fun. And so the thing I would say also about Bad Friends is every episode to me is timeless, right? Because they don't really talk about current events. Like it's like you're stepping into a different realm. You're not in reality anymore. Curtis is big dogging us right now, throwing the shades on. Big dog.
I just
He's just a chill guy.
I thought we could. I don't know if you want to clear up some of those questions we had about Colin's trip there. I can go through the comments.
Yeah,
He
did you
left a bunch
guys
of comments?
Did you guys go through everything on Monday?
No, Caleb's gonna make it. Caleb's gonna finish editing the video, and then we can.
Yeah,
we
I
can go
gotta
through it.
I gotta
play
get
the
to work
video.
on that.
But I just figured I'd clear up the questions that we were talking about.
Do you remember the questions we asked,
I-
or do you only have the answers to them?
No,
All right, here, let's
I-
play a fun game. You read the answer, and we'll try and guess what the
What
question
is?
I already know what it is. So
Okay, all right.
So he commented he's espresso.
That was the
His coffee drink.
his
coffee milkshake.
Coffee milkshake.
Yeah. So the milkshake he was drinking was an espresso. We went to Petersburg, Curtis.
Okay, I don't remember Petersburg.
That's where your food was. Your
Pizza.
Chuck Marble. I can't think of the
It was a
Cracker
Peter
Barrel.
Bill.
Cracker Barrel.
That's where Chuck
Oh,
Marble
okay,
was.
okay.
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel and Danville was not explored.
Yeah.
Cracker Barrel.
Uh,
Chicken fried steak.
Carter
Can't
actually
remember
had
that
that.
one.
Oh, how was it?
We did not go to Danville. You had mentioned Danville. We did not go to Danville. And then Colin said, "Looks like you guys will have to come down here a couple more times for a month for Chick-fil-A."
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, well,
You told him we have one now, though.
yeah,
but
but that
it's-
was the point of the episode we're talking
Oh.
about. It's not the same.
Yeah.
It sucks.
true.
The
around
one
here.
here sucks.
True fact. So isn't Danville where they filmed?
That's where Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas and Ferb.
The tri-state area.
That's funny.
A platypus.
I was just referencing him the other day. Something about
An nator?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, what? I can't remember what it was. Yeah, I was telling Cassidy I had an inator of some kind. I don't remember what it was, but
Electric find-a-nator.
maybe it was my coffee maker inator.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, he did have one other comment, and I can't tell you what it's referring to because I can't remember off the top of my head. He said, "We didn't think he was gonna be let go. We thought he was getting locked in the basement."
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know what that one's. I don't know what that's in
That's
reference
about
to.
that YouTube mom that kept her kids locked up. You remember that story?
No, that's not.
Was that about?
That was not something we talked about in the episode. So you
that
weren't
when-
there. You have to think it had to
No.
be something we talked about on the episode.
It's-
Was
That-
that
I
when
was
Colin? Was
and,
that when Carter blew up the toilet in Colin's mom's basement?
And they locked it
Yeah.
up.
No, well, back in the
closed the
day,
door, they sealed it off.
Back in high school, Colin's mom moves into a new house. Just moves in. First weekend sleeping there, and
We
Carter
gotta-
goes down in the basement and overflows the toilet.
If we ever get Colin on the show, or when we get Colin on the show, he's gonna have to tell that story because that's a classic.
Iconic.
We should probably wait till it's in person. That way,
Oh, yeah,
stories
I
like that
agree.
are good with facial reactions.
Well,
But I was gonna say I was gonna try to set up a way to phone a friend so that when we play the video of going our trip down there, we can have him on here.
Can you do
talking
like
to us.
Skype? Can you have him on like Skype, or can you just? Do
Well, that's what
voice?
I'm hoping I can do something like Skype. I haven't been able to figure it out yet.
Zoom. A lot of people do Zoom.
Curtis sounds more like Gru.
We just watched Despicable Me.
Yeah. You know, it is a very similar voice now that I think about it.
Yeah.
But
Well, just an accent.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of where are my minions? I can't. I'm no Steve Carell. Hey, did you guys see Steve Carell in the Celebrity Save LA hockey game?
No.
I saw a picture of Josh Richards, Justin Bieber, and Steve Carell.
Wow.
They all
What-
played on the
what
same
was
team
it?
together.
It was the
Now,
maybe-
Josh and Bieber are Canadian, but I didn't think Steve was Canadian.
he's always a hockey guy.
I know he's always a hockey guy, but I was just trying to think, like, of all the celebrities, how did Josh get the picture with Steve Carell and Bieber?
I think it was the strawberry mutator.
That does sound like Gru.
yeah, it is.
You're so right. I'm trying to think of how I would explain how I like to do my Dr. Doof
You have to do
impression.
a little bit more higher energy, more volume, like
And try. Let's
Try
all
hunching
try
your-
this real
hunching
quick.
your back,
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Get a little hunch going, and then you got to say a platypus, and then you got to say bury the platypus. I've sunk more hours of my life into Phineas and Ferb than I have masturbating.
TMI.
But that's like a joke, right? Like that's something like if I was on Kill Tony, that's like a joke, right?
Yeah.
You could put that into a 1 minute set.
Yeah.
It has to lead to something but to me that is itself its own joke, right? We could agree on that.
Yeah, you kind of need the setup with the
some kind of setup.
impression.
But that's just it. You know, I can do a little Phineas and Ferb impressions, and
I think there's a joke in Phineas and Ferb, but the problem is it's kind of a deep cut. Like it's not really for most people our age.
Our generation, it'll be like, okay, how many people do you know that still reference? I can't even tell you what the fuck the show is. The black and white one
with the woman.
No. I'm thinking of the one with the police officers, Mayberry, the fucking something show, the fucking dipshit show. It used to be popular, the Andy Griffith Show.
Oh,
okay. People to this day.
Show.
I'm sorry. The show fucking sucks. Okay, and just because there was nothing else to compete with it, it was successful. And now we got fucking Ron Howard, who gets to direct every movie, and his daughter that gets to be in every movie, all because he was a kid on a fucking shitty show back when there was one network, and this place was basically Russia, and we had 2 shows to watch, and that was it. It was Sesame Street in the morning. No, Sesame Street's way later than Andy Griffith. My point is, to this day, people will reference the Andy Griffith Show like it's ingrained in culture and we're all supposed to know what the fuck it is. I had to find out because people kept referencing it so much that I had to go look into it and find out what it was so I wasn't left out. So yes, I will reference Phineas and Ferb unapologetically. And if you don't know what it is, you can take the time to go look it up because for me and people that grew up in my generation, that shit was huge. We knew about it.
Yeah, clip that.
Clip it.
Clip it.
End it.
Fuck the Andy Griffith Show. Shit sucked. Oh, gee, mister. Oh. I don't even know what the fuck they say.
What about the one, Dynamite?
I don't even know. Haven't even seen it.
Was that serious about ending it?
Oh, well, Kurt, I mean, I don't mind. We can wrap up.
It's almost 9.
It's almost 9.
I do have to pee.
Got to work tomorrow. I do have a... well, I don't have any good information. I just had a lead on a potential guest. But we'll wait. We'll wait.
Showtime Steve, is it?
I'm not sure.
Hit you
But
up?
we'll
Okay.
You want me to go back room for a second so you can tell us who it is?
wait, what?
Back room?
Yeah.
Dude, we're in the back room.
No, you guys
literally in the back
don't even,
room.
it's not even that serious. I had a text on my phone and I almost was going to read it and then I decided it wasn't worth reading. There's not enough information.
All right, good thing we broke that down.
Yeah, I'm really glad.
I just thought we could react to it if you told us it was
Ren and
somebody
Stimpy.
good.
Now that would be a staple, I think.
Well, again, for a generation, right? And I remember Ren and Stimpy on Nick at Night. You know, it's not like something I never saw. I have seen it.
But it was a good show, unlike the Andy Griffith Show.
Right. And, you know, I don't mean to totally slander the Andy Griffith Show. You know, I'm sure
for the time it was
I'm
good.
sure if I was shitting my pants and eating from a straw, I'm sure I'd enjoy it. But
Another 60 years from now, people are going to look at The Office and say that was crap too. So.
Hey,
They already do
welcome
that
it,
though.
and I welcome
People
it.
already hate The Office.
The Office
Well,
is the
that's
gold
just
standard
contrarian.
of television.
That's just being
so.
Yeah, if you hate The Office, it's just contrarian behavior.
because there's some objectively great things about it, and the fact that it changed comedy television.
The thing that people get sick of is everyone telling them they gotta watch something.
Yeah.
You gotta, like, for me that happened with Game of Thrones, right?
Game of Thrones.
Did you ever watch it?
Game of Thrones. You guys always had it on. Mom and Dad always had it on. Everybody is always like, you gotta watch Game of Thrones, and I just.
Calvin, did you watch it?
I've seen bits and pieces. I've never watched.
I started to get into it finally with. I actually watched the spin-off series first, and now I think I could probably watch Game of Thrones and follow along.
Yeah.
I will say the bits and pieces I've seen, I've been into it, and then they get into some weird, like
dungeony
If
stuff.
you follow it right from the beginning, it might be a little bit tough to get through, but there's nudity in it, so that helps bring it along, at least in the first season.
We're still talking about Game of Thrones?
Yep, that definitely helps bring it along.
Well, that's what I always get. That, to be honest, that's what put me off of it.
I agree.
Not because
the first time I ever saw it was a fucking rape scene, and I was mortified.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I mean,
in the dirt. Like it wasn't even like there was not a single pelt. I would have thought there would have been a freaking coyote pelt or something. They were just in the dirt.
I don't remember thinking that, but
the same thing happened. Mom and Dad have been watching. What's that show they've been watching? The
Reacher?
Outlander, I think.
Oh, yeah, they
it's
might
like
have
the
watched
Irish.
that.
She goes back in time, and it's like Ireland. The first time I sat down to watch some of it with them, rape scene immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see anything,
Well,
and
you
nothing
watch
actually happens, but it was about.
I gotta say that's a little off-putting to me.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
And it's shocking. It's shocking you'd have to say it, but to me, that is not particularly my favorite thing to watch.
It is a thing of taste
on
because
a 90-inch screen television.
It's like watching, like people say, you can't look away from a train crash. It's like that sort of, it's that sort of entertainment.
You know what I was
I'm
thinking
not saying
about the other
whole
day?
show is like that. I'm just saying rape scenes specific.
Well, I tell you, I'll tell you that the show is not based around rape scenes.
How many more times can we say it?
That's a plus.
We're gonna get demonetized for that.
I'm just saying it's a good show. If you like watching Lord of the Rings,
yeah,
it's all on the same level of that.
All right,
we like watching
we started this off by saying I don't like when people keep saying you have to watch this, you have to watch this,
and now he's doing it,
and now we're pounding.
You
Caleb,
have to watch Game of Thrones.
Caleb said that. Carter didn't say that.
I was just asking if you had watched it.
No, I will agree. I do love Lord of the Rings, and I know it's very similar. And I've thought about it multiple times. I just haven't pulled the trigger.
The thing was, Dad loved Game of Thrones, and then he's like, I don't understand Lord of the Rings.
He came around on Lord of the Rings. It's Harry Potter he doesn't like.
Yeah, now it's Harry Potter.
Does he actually? Did he actually like Lord of the Rings though?
I don't think he I don't think it's
Mike's
his first
here.
choice,
Mike made it.
Mikey.
Mike.
Hey, Mike.
I think what
I would say I don't see the
day it
resemblance
is.
between Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings even a little bit. They're not even the same.
I think what turns people off
I
of
thought
Game
it
of
was
Thrones
this-
is, or I mean, what turns people off of Lord of the Rings is the weird elf stuff, because they're
Elven.
Unless you do a lot of research on YouTube videos, it's hard to understand how the elves operate, because they're
Let me
like
tell
a
you.
trillion years old, but they're young still.
Let me tell you what the difference is.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings is a fantasy story-driven show. Game of Thrones is about politics, and that's the difference.
Well,
It's a politic-heavy,
Thank God you're smart.
entertaining show. If you're into that kind of thing, drama and politics.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings is fantasy.
I drink it. I know things. I saw that on so many goddamn T-shirts. You're not cool.
You're not cool, dude. Winter's not coming.
Yeah, I mean it is pretty epic when it gets to the end.
I heard it sucked at the end. That's what I heard.
Well, anybody's gonna say that when anything ends.
Maybe
It's
not.
true.
All right, let's go watch Game of Thrones.
No,
I
let's
might
go.
start.
Let's go pull up the alternate ending for Breaking Bad, and this will be the last bit. If you
Play
guys,
a alternate ending for Toy Story 3. That one's better.
I couldn't tell you what the original ending for Breaking Bad is.
well, the original ending, Walt dies, right? Or
Yeah.
it's left ambiguous.
Yeah, it's ambiguous.
I'm sorry, spoiler.
Well, actually,
alert, but
Is it left?
it is.
Now with the movie,
Film Theory.
no,
Go watch
it,
Film Theory.
It hasn't with
El Camino.
El Camino.
Oh, are you talking
they-
the Malcolm in the Middle ending?
Yes. They actually filmed the Malcolm in the Middle ending for Breaking Bad, where he wakes up and he's not in bed with Skyler, but he's in bed with Lois. And
They
he's
did, for
Hal.
real?
And he woke up, and I said, I had this horrible dream where I was this meth dealer.
Curtis and I used to watch
Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle and Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah.
Everybody Hates Chris is a good show.
It's really good. Malcolm in the Middle is good too. Those are just two classic, just good shows. But
Used to watch that to fall asleep in that scary house that was haunted.
But yeah, anyway, if we do want to see it, we'll see this little alternative ending for Breaking
Say
Bad.
my name.
Is this going to be a whole thing here?
Heisenberg.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
You're goddamn right.
Here it comes. I don't know if this is available on DVD or...
Honey, wake up. Wake up, wake up. For the love of criminy, what is it? What's the matter? Oh, I just had the scariest dream. I told you not to eat those deep-fried Twinkies.
No, you don't understand. You don't understand. I was this meth dealer.
What?
Yeah, I was this world-class chemist, and I cooked and I sold this ultra-pure methamphetamine.
You cooking anything?
There was a guy who never spoke. He just rang the bell the whole time. And then there was another guy who was a policeman or a DEA agent. I think it was my brother or something. He looked like the guy from The Shield. And then there was this other little guy who was a waif, a man-child kid who always looked like he was wearing his older brother's clothes. He would always say things like, "Hey, bitch." The B word. He would use the B word a lot. He would say, "Yo, B word. Yay, science, B words."
Okay. Calm down, honey. Just calm down. Calm down.
And then there was me. And I had a shaved head and a goatee, and I wore a black hat. And the only thing that made sense in the whole dream is I still walked around in my underwear.
If you think that this nightmare is going to keep you from driving the kids to school this morning, you have another think coming.
I haven't told you the scariest part yet.
Okay, what? You got 2 minutes.
I made bombs and poison, and I killed people.
Oh, come on. You could not kill somebody.
I know.
Yeah, I knew this was going to happen. You grow a beard and suddenly you think you're Osama bin Laden. Wasn't I there to tell you to knock it off?
No, some other woman did that. Oh, right. I was married to this tall, beautiful blonde.
Yeah, well, keep dreaming, pal.
Oh, God, it was so strange.
I know. Okay. Go to sleep, Scarface.
Scarface. Now that we're both up.
Is that you at my back door?
I'm the one who's knocking.
Honey, quit poking me with that thing. It's the middle of the night.
Sorry.
I didn't know the clip was this long.
Darndest thing.
Yeah, now we're just watching TV.
Yeah, we are. We actually, I forgot we were on a podcast here. Well, I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they didn't end up going with that. Right? I like the.
Well, yeah.
I like the way it
obviously,
ends, but I guess I got what I deserve. You know, it ends really well. But I thought that was
You had
super
an
fun.
old buddy saying hi.
42 Blacksmith. Who's that?
Hey, old buddy.
It's got to be Edgar, no?
Could be anybody.
Yeah, it could be a lot of people. I don't know. I wish I could tell you off the top of my head. And you know, by your cryptic username, maybe you don't want to shout yourself out. But I'm glad to have you here. Glad you're watching. And you know, I do kind of wish I knew who it was, but
Dude, I'm gonna be thinking about that all
yeah,
night.
it could be Zaid.
No way, Zaid.
I don't think Zai's actually watching
Yeah,
this, but
no, he doesn't got time for that.
Yeah,
No,
but
he's
or
popping
is it somebody from Scouts?
could be somebody from
Oh,
Scouts. Dylan, David,
Yeah, Daniel.
Caden.
Oh,
I don't know.
Could be Cade.
Could be. I
Anyone
want me to
you
just start
know?
listing names. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. There's so many people it could be.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All
There it
right,
is.
all right. Calvin knows who it is. He doesn't. Clearly, this person doesn't want to be known on the web. So, or maybe you do. Thumbs up if you want Calvin to tell us. This will be the last thing before we go, just because we got somebody live in the chat here. Thumbs up if you want us to shout you out, whoever
Or
this.
thumbs down if you don't.
Or thumbs down if you don't. You know, if you got emojis.
He's got emojis.
Maybe it is.
He's got
What?
emojis in tow.
Maybe it is one of my guesses, bro. Just thumbs up or thumbs
Maybe it
down.
is.
Can we say who it is?
Well, he's a little delayed. That's the thing. So
okay, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Behind the eight ball. I got to remember the chat's not instant.
Calvin could make the executive call. Do you think they would want to be shouted out?
well, I don't know. He's being cryptic, so I'm not gonna do it.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I don't because
What? What did you eat? Oh,
yes,
it's Caden.
It was Caden.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's funny.
And 42 Blacksmith does make sense now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I
not
couldn't
seriously, but
quite
can see
quite
it.
put it together. But that's cool. Yeah. Funny you ran into Calvin. You guys are both crawling around the same parts these days. You guys get similar turf.
Yeah, we got to do something because
You don't
yeah,
care.
that was crazy. We were both picking up subs. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, actually, so glad you're back around watching the pod. I'm sure. I wonder, like, if you were subscribed from the old days, back in the Scout days, or if you just came upon it naturally.
There's some good videos of the troop on this. If you ever want to reminisce.
Yeah, go back, find my
YouTube channel.
Boy Scout videos. There's a lot of classics from our scouting days. Bring you right back down memory lane. But thanks for watching, Caden. I'm glad you made it here. Hopefully you can come back for the next episode. I don't know if we're coming back on Friday just yet. You know, Friday, I always say consider it a gift if we get there.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll let you know right now. My plans for Friday are to go on a light walk.
Calvin's cooked. He can't be
I won't
here
be here.
Friday.
Sandy Hill.
I don't know.
Yeah,
to be honest.
you
I don't
think
know.
this
It's
guy
down
knows? You don't know.
Portsmouth location.
Elliot?
On the main side. I don't know.
No, it's all cool. But yeah, Friday, no promises. You guys might get a little gift Friday afternoon or Saturday morning, depending on how you look at it. Otherwise, we'll catch you back live prime time on Monday. But I think we had some fun tonight.
Yeah.
A little joshing around.
All right, Carter, roll it.
Roll it.
Yep.
Clip it.
Good night, Amy.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh, it's going to be so hard to say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend. May the force be with you.
I'm going now. I bid you all a very fond farewell.